Heavy is the head that has to manage all of this.
Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel.
We're now incentivized to buy what we already buy.
Fumbling through college had me building.
I also got some done on the other side.
And that was right around, I would say, May, maybe, right before renewing the lease for this property.
Welcome to the channel, Martha.
Thank you for having me here.
Oh, I was gonna say I am getting up there in age, I'll tell you what.
Bills paid by other people, life was never this good. I had to step back, knowing that it's
Everyone, it's getting a little dark outside, so I'll be heading in shortly. But I did want to harp on one thing that one of my co-workers asked me about recently. And they asked me, hey, I'm getting ready to buy a car, buy a vehicle. And I didn't know that I had a 401k. So, guess what? I want to take this money out. Can I take the money out? I said, yes, you can, but there's a penalty for doing so, especially before the age of 65. They then went on to say, hey, do I have to pay the penalty right away? Because if not, I'm not going to pay it. And I said, yes, because the government wants their money. You will pay that penalty right away. Jokingly. But it reminds me of what I really do believe is that there is a group of people, and I'm not saying that this is good or bad, but there's a group of people who really believe if I can get as much money as I can right now, let me go and get it. Because I will then be able to maximize as much as I can get right now. I just want things, and the more things that I can get right now is what I'm going to do. That is really some people's mindset. And what do I mean by that? If you can max out a credit card and take money that you don't really own, they are more than happy to do that. If you can take out a big loan and buy whatever you want, they're more than happy to do that with no expectation on actually paying it back, with no thought of even paying it back. And the reason for that is because they don't even think that they can pay it back. They don't want to pay it back. They don't want the stress of even dealing with that, but they want what they want right now, and if they can get it, they will. They don't care about their credit card score. They don't care about the debt. All they care about is what can I have right now and what can I do. Listen, I have a credit card with a limit of about $22,000. There was a Kona 2021 for 20 grand that they was about to give me for 15,000 with my trade-in. I could literally put the whole Kona on my credit card. With me having a 799 credit score right now, if I put that Kona on my credit card and I just never paid the credit card company back, in about 7 years, they would have to erase the credit card debt. But of course my credit score would drop. But that's $15,000 that I didn't have to pay for, and I got a whole new car. Is the car still going to be new in 7 years? No, it'll be a 10-year-old car because that car is about, what, 3 years old already. But I say all that to say, like, if you really want to use other people's money, which is the bank's money, and not pay it back, there's a high possibility that you can do that because you want something that you really can't afford. Now, can I afford the Kona and pay cash? Absolutely. But that was just one example of I got this credit score because I'm a good steward of my debts when I do have them. And they believe that I will pay them back. There's a trust there, right? Formulated together and put there to say this guy can pay us back should he have to. So to betray that and then say, you know what, I'm going to buy this Kona and I'm never going to pay it back. The dealership got their money because they got it from that credit card. And I got the deed to the car. I can literally go back, sell the car, buy a $6,000 car cash, and walk back out of the car dealership with about $9,000 in cash money. $9,000 in cash money. That's theft, right? I think that's theft. I mean, you're not paying back the credit card company. You bought a car, you sold it right back to them, and then you bought a cheaper car, and you got $9,000. I mean, I think that that's theft, but literally, I could literally go and do that right now and walk away with $9,000 cash and a whole new car. That's crazy. And that new car would be an old car, because what car are you buying for like $6,000 that's brand new? Not any car, right? But the crazy part is because I have a good credit score, even if I didn't pay them back, I could probably go ahead and do that again with a different credit card. That's the craziest part of it, about it all. But this time I had to split it up into about 4 different credit cards. I don't even know why I'm going over this, because this is not for my viewers. Don't even think about doing this. But I could literally go ahead and buy another $15,000 car and do the same thing. But this time I'll just sell it back to the dealership, get $11,000, and now I'm walking away with about $20,000 cash. $20,000 cash and a new car, all in the span of a month. Not even a month. You can do that in about like 3 weeks. You just need the deed, sell it back to the dealership, go to CarMax or something. Boom. Got what was that? $20,000 or $11,000 and a whole new car. That's crazy to me. And that would be a secondary car for me or something. So I mean, yeah, I mean there's a lot of finesse that's going on. A lot of people who don't want to pay back their debts. A lot of people who are trying to live life on easy mode, but they're just making it harder for themselves. Because you'll tell me that you want to buy a house, but with what interest rate? With what rate are you trying to buy a house? Are you telling me that you're going to buy a house and not pay on it? Is that what you want to do? So anyone with that mindset, already, you're not going to be able to really live the life that you want to live. You're not going to be able to do what you want to do when it really comes time to shell out those big bills. When it really comes time to pay off that vehicle. You're not even going to have the money to buy a car outright like I can currently, because your credit score is already in the gutter. And so what's going to happen is you'll put a down payment on the vehicle. You won't pay on it for a couple of months. You'll be driving in style, but then you'll be back to not driving at all, because you won't even have the car to drive, because you forgot to pay your car loan. It's ridiculous, people. So we have to get out of that mindset of buy now, essentially pay later, and never pay at all. It's really that mindset of buy now, never pay at all. That's that's the mindset of some people. But I say all that to say, like, I always harp on this. If you can forget about the money that's in your 401k that you didn't need to survive for the last 12 months, if you can forget about your tax returns that you didn't need to survive for the last 12 months, and you just invest or save it for a rainy day, for an emergency fund, because all you did was spend, and you didn't even think about that money. Now that you have that money, all of a sudden you need it. All of a sudden you gotta do something with it. Unfortunately, you couldn't save the same way that they just magically took that money away from you without your knowing, right? They saved that money for you. You could do the same thing for yourself, but you just don't. You can live the same way you've been living, but you just don't, right? It's ridiculous to me, people. You have to have the willpower. You have to have the understanding. You have to have the mind strength to just say, you know what? I'm going to be different. I'm going to do different. I don't need the government to hold my taxes for me to finally have some money. I don't need my employer to have to hold my retirement in order for me to finally have some money. I'm going to budget. I'm going to save what little I can. And I'm going to make a difference. I'm going to start to change the way I think and how I view money. It's really that simple. Like, it's crazy to me that unless you get a bonus, or unless you literally get the money from your 401k or from your taxes, it's as if you're perpetually broke. It's just because you want to spend and you don't want to save at all. Let's change the mindset. Let's change the focus. Let's stop borrowing from our future and start investing in it. If you like this video, make sure you leave a like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. You know I post every single day at 8 a.m. daily on YouTube and on Rumble. And I can't wait to see you on the next one. Peace.